I'm in Bury St Edmunds, a historic market town in the east of England, where I settled down on a quiet bench in a rose garden. The Appleby Rose Garden has over 400 rose bushes and is nestled by the cathedral on the site of a former medieval monastery, the Abbey of St Edmund. It's named after John Appleby, an American serviceman who was based in nearby Lavenham during World War II, and it's a permanent memorial to the Americans based in Bury St Edmunds who gave their lives during the war. The Abbey of St Edmund was founded in 1020, and while much of it was dismantled during the dissolution of the monasteries under Henry VIII, the traces that remain have become an integral part of the town's architecture, and some buildings are literally built into the Abbey ruins.
Excuse me, can I ask, is this just a photo tripod?
Yeah. This is one of the things I now love about urban sketching. Strangers stopping to have a chat and take an interest in what you're doing. I used to get really self-conscious about sketching in public, but the more I've done it, the less I worry about it and the more friendly people I've met. So that was separate.
Oh, you're filming yourself?
Just drawing, yes. No, it's fine. It's
no,
fine.
No, it's a matter.
No,
I've got to come and sort of.
I just
while
no.
I was filming this, someone came up and asked me a silly question.
Not at all. No.
That's what I. Yes.
Yeah. No, this is just an episode. The pen I'm using is a Twisby Eco with platinum carbon ink on a Sea White of Brighton A4 sketchbook. I'll put a link to another video I made that goes through the kit I usually take with me, although it has slightly changed as I've been going straight in with pen a lot lately rather than starting with pencil. I don't think it's made a huge difference really, as I found I just sketched the big shapes very roughly in pencil and then ignored them half the time anyway. Sometimes that means I do get my proportions a bit wrong though, especially at the very start with the first building. Like today, I made the line of the top of the roof far too short, but luckily as there's a tree in front of it, I've kind of got away with it, or hopefully I will do when the paint goes on. But if not, it's just a sketch, it's not the end of the world. Once you've started drawing a few more features such as windows and doors, you find it's then easier to line things up with each other and get the proportions more accurate. I'll actually put a link up to another video I did where I've used a house as an example of a few tips and tricks I've picked up from other artists of ways that help me do this. I'm just hinting at the brickwork here, not drawing every single brick, but just giving a loose overall impression. The garden even features a bench made from the wing of a B-17 Flying Fortress. I've now got this funny shaped tree to draw. I believe it might be a larch, but if anyone can tell me for certain, please do leave a comment, as I'd really like to know. I prefer drawing buildings to foliage really, but this one's quite striking, so I feel that I should include it, rather than just my usual bit of greenish blur and random blobs. So I did half the tree and then got distracted by a window, which I'm far more comfortable with. Once I'd finished the line work, I darkened some of the shadows using a Pentel pocket brush pen. I'm using a sports wristband to wipe my brush on, and my current go-to watercolour set, my Winsor & Newton pocket field box. Today I'm also trying out some new brushes. They're the same make as the ones I've been using regularly for a while now, Fumui. And what I like about this make is how they screw into the handle rather than just a push fit. I have others that look similar where the brushes push into the handle, but I find that they often work themselves loose while I'm using them, which can be a bit irritating. But these ones screw in and just stay solidly put. I tried splattering the paint a bit on top of the trees in the distance to imply the wispiness of the bare branches and avoid using more blocks of colour. Just hinting at some of the shadow here, even though the sun's not really out, but just to try to give it a little bit more depth. Definitely somewhere I'll revisit. It must be absolutely beautiful on a sunny day, and there are so many interesting buildings around here I could just spend hours out with my sketchbook. I hope you enjoyed this quick trip to Bury St Edmunds, and as always, thank you very much for watching.